today's Kidding with Kayla. Toddler on the loose.
Kayla's trip to the zoo was even more wild than expected. Take a look.
Kayla Sullivan here reporting live from the zoo with a very serious developing situation. Sources say that a toddler has escaped this enclosure. Authorities are working to determine where he went, but they say that he is hungry and dangerous. I think I see him now.
Alan is one of my favorite little people.
Yes. And like I can see him doing that a lot at the zoo, just running wild. That's what my kids do, though.
Listen, that's the last thing I want to do is lose a child at the zoo.
It's not hard either.
I'm sure
because there's so many people, and the zoo is so incredibly popular, and the little small ones just get wrapped up in families.
Well, my issue is that I usually lose a really big kid at the zoo, a.k.a. his name is Big Mike. Let me tell you something. Don't go to the zoo with my dad. Like, at the end of the day, he's going to wander off. We made a plan. All of a sudden, you look up. You're like, where'd you go? Well, I saw this. It's like squirrel. You know what I mean? But zoos are our thing. Like, we go to the zoo. But, like, don't do, like, the zoo lights with dad.
Sure. Be lost.
I said, sir, where were you going? I drove here. How was you going to get back? Like, I mean, it's just between him and Alan, I don't know who's harder to track.
He knew you'd find him, though. He knew you'd find him.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he?
My girls are very different, so we love the zoo.
You just
We've
came
been
back.
members.
You were the field trip dad.
Chaperone dad, yep. Dad chaperone. We're members. We love it. But my oldest, Maddie, very like intellectual, wants to read about the animals and understand it. And Ella is like Big Mike. Like,
listen. Ella's like, it's a party. We are not reading anything.
Yeah, you got to keep her like away from the animals because she gets them distracted, and then they're like into it. And
listen, I think it's amazing. I still am amazed at the fact that we have a dolphin show at our zoo.
That's so good.
That's amazing. To the point where you all don't see Producer Jet. I'm going to talk about Jet for just 2 seconds. You don't see Producer Jet. Producer Jet is usually out here ready to eat whatever tasty takeout we have. He's about as big as my pinky, but he eats so much. And back in the day, for his birthday, his mom got him a chance to swim with those dolphins.
Oh, that's cool.
So she didn't lose him. She purposefully put him in there with the dolphins.
She knew what she was doing.
And, like, no wonder why he bops all around the newsroom.
He's that type of. I could imagine Jet being
that type of kid. So maybe we should do that with all of our kids. Because if they turn out like Jet, that's
the dolphins.
Yes.
Yeah. We like the Dolphin Dome.
Yeah.
Being down under and watching them go around and the
orangutans are pretty cool too.
That whole area is so neat because especially when they'll be out like climbing and stuff. You look up and they're just doing their thing.
Listen,
like we're in their space.
I agree. Last year at Zubilation, I was playing with the kangaroos. We got a chance to go on with the kangaroos. That was an experience.
The girls went. Nicole took them last week on like a Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah.
And they were there at just the right time. They got to pet an elephant and like be up and close, personal with them.
So being up and close with the elephants is a really cool thing. Now they still don't have my favorite animal there though.
What's that?
It's a manatee.
Oh really?
I need the manatees to come into because they go as slow as I do when I swim in the water.
Manatees
on purpose at least.
Manatees are cool. Yeah, I like the man.
I do like white tigers as well. Those are my two.
I'm a reptile guy. I love the desert, being with the snakes, and I know you don't do snakes, but.
You know what happened the last time? Listen, because, you know, these people think it's cute and it's funny to send me places with a camera. Don't do that. Don't you do that. Last time they sent me in that reptile house, I was like, oh, we're not coming back.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the reptiles were asking me not to come back.
I just think it's so fun, and then you're like, oh, these are here in our backyard.
I don't want it to be in our backyard.
I know, but it's fun to read.
That's the problem.
You'd be like, oh, a venomous snake, and then you start reading the list, and it's like, Indiana. And you're like, oh, that's us. We're Indiana.
We can't have nice things because of people like Cody. Just like that. Hey, for more Kidding with Kayla, make sure you follow Kayla Sullivan on Facebook or click the Kidding with Kayla tab on wishtv.com. I'm happy that she actually did find, you know.
Yeah, that Alan was able to get back in his enclosure. And
Alan likes fun too much not to include his mom. Let's be honest.
Yeah, very good point.
You can't miss that little blonde head anywhere.